Welcome to Step by Step Making a Baby Dirndl Part 4. In this video, we'll make a gathered skirt and attach it to the bodice. The pattern for the skirt was 20.5 inches wide, 11.5 inches long. When I cut it out on the fold, that made it 41 inches wide, and that's what I'm starting with for the skirt. While you still have the skirt pattern handy, it's important to mark your fabric in a few strategic spots. This will be the center of the front, and this will attach to the side seam. This will be the center of the back. Then around the back here will attach to the other side seam, and then the center of the front. Mark that with pins before we get started. So now that I've got my pins in here, I'll remove the pattern. As I was sewing this dress, I realized I skipped an important step that I should have done about right now in the process. This is the best time to finish off the short sides of the skirt. There are several really good ways you could do this. You could turn under each side edge a 1/4 inch, iron it, then one more 1/4 inch and stitch it in place, or you could zigzag the raw edge, or you could use your serger. Now to create gathers on the top of the skirt. I'm going to use my longest stitch length to baste one row of stitching about 3/8 of an inch from the raw edge along the whole top of the skirt. Then I'll go back and I'll do a second row of stitching at the 1/2 inch line. For the basting part, I just need to make sure I keep my fabric right on the edge of the sewing foot and sew straight. I can do this part really fast as long as I keep the fabric coming in nice and even. This is the first pin that will line up with the side seam of the dress. And we go on to the second pin, which will be right in the center back. This third pin will line up with the other side seam of the dress. And then we come to the end, which will actually be right in the center of the front of the dress. When you're done with the first row of stitching, don't sew in reverse to lock the stitches in. Just pull the skirt away from the machine and cut those 2 threads, leaving 4 or 5 inches of thread hanging. Then pull the skirt back and return exactly where you were sewing and baste a second row of stitching about 1/8 of an inch farther away from the raw edge. Right next to the stitching you just did, just make sure you go really straight and parallel to the first stitching that you did. The really most important thing is to not let your thread overlap the other stitching, otherwise it will be impossible to pull those threads together the skirt. And just like the first time, you'll pass each of those pins that will mark the side seam, the back seam, and the other side seam, and then before you know it, you're done. And again, I'm going to pull the needle out and let there be 4 inches of thread. Before I send the skirt to the waistband, I'm going to take my serger and finish off this raw edge all the way around. Now if you have a zigzag, you can use that, or you could do it another way, or you can wait until you have the skirt pinned on. I just finished off the raw edge of the bottom of the bodice with my serger. This is the right side of my dirndl, and this is the lining side. I'm going to lay the right side of the dirndl up, and I'm going to take this section of skirt panel that I just sewed the basting stitches on. This will go right here. So I'm going to flip this upside down on top of the edge of the bodice. Now I'm going to turn this whole thing around so the bodice seam is up. And I'm going to pin it, and so that my pin goes in above the stitching and comes out below the stitching. Now I'm going to find that second pin, and I'm going to put the second pin right along the seam of the side seam. And again, I'm going to pin it so that the pin goes in above the stitching and below the stitching. And I'm going to find that third pin, and that's going to go in the center of the back. This doesn't have to be super exact, but it will just help your gathers to be very even. And then move that pin so it goes around the stitching again. And then I'm going to go to the third pin, and I'm going to put it right along the side seam of the bodice, like that. Okay? So you can see that this is how much I'm going to be gathering between the pins. And then I'll put the last pin about 1/2 an inch in from the seam allowance of the skirt. So it hangs over the end a little bit like that. I'll put that last pin there. There's 4 threads hanging off the end. That 2 that come off the top and 2 that come off the back. I'm going to take the 2 on the top, and I'm just going to pull them gently, and as I pull them, you see how that fabric is kind of pulling in? I'll pull it in until it lays down flat against the bodice behind it. And I'm going to try my best to separate these gathers so that they're pretty even. The reason why I did 2 stitches instead of 1 is I've noticed that if you do 1, it might be faster, but when it comes time to sew, a lot of times it doesn't lay down real flat and you'll end up just having uneven stitching and funny things. Okay, now I've got it so that it's all laying down pretty flat. Now I'm pinning carefully so that the top of my pin goes above the stitching like this, and the pin comes out below the stitching. And I'm going to do my best to make sure that all of the fabric lays down flat and it doesn't go over sideways real far or anything funny. I'll probably do a pin every inch, and I'll just make sure that my gathers are as even as possible. I'm going to make sure that at the end here, you see how this is this is 2 gathered, so I'm going to lay it flat, and I just spread out the gathers until they lay really nice and flat against the bodice. And see how this fabric has a little pucker right here and kind of laying on itself? Down below, I'm just going to make sure that all the fabric as much as possible lays down flat. Now I'm going to pull on these same threads again, and they're going to gather the second section. I'm going to pull them, and you want to pull them gently so that you're not harsh where you break them. And as I pull these threads, I'm just kind of allowing it to gather into the second section and gathering it very nicely. Now if you didn't do your stitching carefully where the stitching overlapped each other, you might have a problem when you go to pull the threads because they'll be tangling on each other basically. Okay, so now I pulled this a little tighter than it needed to be, which is okay. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to spread the pleats out the best I can to have them be equal. And the one thing that can make it look funny, again, see this one little pucker that's sticking up funny? I will make sure that I pull it down straight so that it doesn't accidentally get up here like this into the stitching. So make sure that everything lays down. Those are the little things that can go wrong here. Now I'm going to go all the way to the other end and pull the 2 top threads at this end. Got to locate them first. I've got the 2 top threads on this side. Now this time I'm going to pull them all the way. I'm just going to pull these 2 threads and I'm going to pull the gathers until they go into the middle section. It's not that hard. You just pull them just gently pull, and the thread gets longer and longer in your hands. Now when I get to this pin, I'll just kind of pull the gathers past the pin. Okay, I think I've got it. So now my job is to kind of turn this and flatten it, and then pin it every inch, and just making sure that everything lays down flat. And another thing that can happen is this little seam allowance can kind of go underneath. Make sure that you've got it all pulled out so that all the way along the top that seam allowance is laying down flat. See right here how it's kind of crossing over? I want to make sure that that doesn't happen so that there's no gathers. I've seen dresses that are already all the way made that when I look at the underside of them, you can see that they didn't take the time to lay it all down flat. It'll make an uneven hem at the bottom because this fabric gets caught in there. I'm going to make sure this little piece gets pinned down, kind of out of the way. A little bit less gathered at the very end, and partly the reason I'm doing that is that I'm going to do one little thing a little different here. See where this goes around the back? I'm going to make sure that it sticks out even a little farther. I think maybe I need to go a little more than a ½ inch. There we go. Okay, I'm going to trim off this extra thread left over from the serger. This whole bodice is pinned to the skirt. This is what it looks like from the back side. The whole bodice is pinned to the skirt. Oops, I got a little gather there, so I'm going to make sure it's laying down flat. You don't want this process to cause the bodice to gather up. Just the skirt's supposed to gather. Oops, this is where I just realized I should have finished off the raw edge of the skirt before I pinned it all together, but I'll do it now. I'll just take off a few pins and use my serger and do this raw edge and the one on the other side of the skirt too. Now I'm going to take that ½ inch that's hanging off and I'm going to wrap it tightly around the bodice and pin it. My pin going up and down like that. So the bodice is pinned the skirt is wrapped around, before I start sewing, I'm also going to go to the other end of the bodice, way down here, and do the same thing. And I'm going to wrap this around the bodice tightly so that it doesn't have a gap. Now, before I start sewing this, I am going to flip this over so that the skirt side is up. And the reason why is I do not like to stitch something that's gathered without watching the gathers go through. So as I'm sewing, if I notice that the gathers start doing something like pulling over sideways or some other fabric gets tucked underneath, I need to pay attention to that. So right now this is pretty simple. Because I have these two threads here with the gathering, I will sew right between the two threads, and that usually ensures that I'm not going to get something weird and wonky happening. I'll start at the end here, stitch back and forth, and I'm stitching the bodice to the skirt. Now I'm going forward. And as I do this, sometimes I'll take a pen, such as this, and if I see that the gathers got a little bit uneven or something, I'll just use the pen to kind of move it along. One of the other things that sometimes happens is this little pieces of the edge of the fabric will get tucked underneath, so you want to pay attention to those kind of things. Now as I'm getting here to close to the end, I see that the skirt, when I wrapped it around, it kind of wanted to fold up. So this is one place to really take care. I have a pin kind of holding it underneath to make sure it doesn't fold up funny on me, and that should keep everything laying down nice and flat. Get to the end, back up, and the skirt is sewn on. Now that the skirt is sewn onto the bodice, I'll just roll this around like that, and I have a nice crisp edge, and this will be the front. I'm going to flip it over, and you see what a nice clean edge that is. And it'll be the same on the other side. As I just fold it down, nice clean edge. Now that the skirt is sewn on to the bodice, in retrospect, I'm thinking, maybe I shouldn't have done the serging there. I'm going to serge the whole thing together now, and that will take care of all this raveling raw edge of the skirt, which is gathered together. And so I'm going to go ahead and do that now. I'm going to iron all of this down so it'll all go down, and then we'll be ready to finish the dress off. Gosh, that was easy. This is the front, and I'm lining up the two edges. The baby dress front is going to be covered by an apron. I'm going to go down 4 inches from the waist, and there's the 4-inch mark, and I put a couple of pins there so that I could fold the seam allowance up like this on both sides, and I'm going to put those 2 pins next to each other so that it's right sides together, and then I'll put the pin there through both of them. I'm going to sew the seam here, the front seam, from the bottom of the opening to the bottom of the skirt. I'll be sewing the center front seam of the dress now. I'm making this seam allowance a little bit more than a 1/2 inch because the part up here at the waist ended up being a little more than a 1/2 inch. And this is just a straight stitch, and it goes really fast, just straight down, and then I go back and forth at the end to lock in the stitching. I'll iron this seam open now. And the center front looks really neat and tidy. So now that that's ironed, I'm going to take my serger. I'm going to serge all along the raw edge of the hemline. If you don't have a serger, you can turn up the raw edge by like 1/4 inch once and make the hem whatever you want it, or you can do it. You can just simply iron it up, fold it again, and hem it, or however you want to finish that off. Please like this video, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. Join me for part 5, where we'll hem the skirt, sew on snaps, fabric leaves, and decorative buttons onto the front of the dress.